My mother found the keys to my safe. I took your $40,000 savings and paid off your sister's debts. You owe the family that much, she smirked. I just nodded and said, if you say so. An hour later, my uncle walked in and asked, where's the investment fund I trusted you with? Mom's face strained white. I leaned over, whispered 3 words, and watched him dial a number. 10 minutes later, headlights lit up the driveway. My name is Jessica, and I'm the middle child in what most people would call a traditional American family. We live in suburban Ohio, where everyone knows everyone's business, and family loyalty is supposed to trump everything else. My older sister Madison has always been the golden child, homecoming queen, sorority president, married her high school sweetheart right after college. My younger brother Tyler is the baby who can do no wrong, currently finding himself through various failed business ventures that my parents bankroll without question. And then there's me. The responsible one. The one who worked 2 jobs through college, graduated with honors, and landed a solid position as a financial analyst at a regional investment firm. The one who never asked for money, never caused drama, and somehow always ended up paying for everyone else's mistakes. My mother, Patricia, has perfected the art of emotional manipulation over the past 30 years of marriage to my father. She's the type of woman who volunteers at church every Sunday while gossiping about the neighbors, who posts inspirational quotes on Facebook about family love while treating her own children like chess pieces in some twisted game. My father, Robert, is a good man but has been so worn down by years of keeping the peace that he's become little more than a yes man to whatever Patricia decides. The trouble started 6 months ago when Madison's husband Derek lost his job. Instead of cutting back on their lifestyle or finding new work immediately, they kept up their expensive habits, designer clothes, weekly date nights at fancy restaurants, a lease on a BMW they couldn't afford. Madison has never been one to deny herself anything, and Derek has always been more concerned with appearances than reality. When the bills started piling up and the credit card companies began calling, Madison did what she always does, she ran home to mommy and daddy. But this time, even my parents didn't have the liquid cash to bail her out completely. That's when Patricia's attention turned to me. Jessica, you're doing so well for yourself, she said during one of our Sunday dinners. You've always been so good with money. Maybe you could help your sister out, just this once. I explained that while I was financially stable, I wasn't rich. I had been carefully saving for years, living below my means, and had finally accumulated a decent emergency fund and down payment for a house I'd been eyeing. My savings represented years of sacrifice, skipping vacations, driving an old Honda instead of buying new, eating homemade lunches while my coworkers ordered takeout. Family helps family, Patricia replied, her voice taking on that edge I knew so well. Madison would do the same for you. But Madison wouldn't do the same for me, and we all knew it. When I was struggling through college, working at a campus bookstore and a local coffee shop just to make ends meet, Madison was pledging a sorority and asking my parents for money for formal dresses. When I needed help moving apartments, Madison was always too busy. When I was laid off for 3 months during the recession,